Hi, and welcome to the Design Thinking Toolkit. This toolkit will explain the required steps to go through to get the entire team aligned on the business problems and solutions. You're getting closer to have your own digital roadmap, so let's get started. Here's the overview of the framework. I know it may seem a lot to take in, but we will break it down into manageable and practical steps for you and your team to execute. At its core, there's three main blocks: understand, explore, and materialize. We start by understanding if problems exist and where they are mostly dominant. Once the gap is known, we need to explore further to find potential solutions and narrow down on the common ones. Lastly, we bring everything alive by tapping into the creative mind to create a visual representation of the solution. The process is broken down into 3 days. Day 1 is about brainstorming, day 2, prioritizing ideas, and prototyping them on day 3. So let's dive into each section. Day 1 is performed individually. We will always focus on 6 main categories. Business strategy is about vision and mission alignment. Business metrics is about how performance is being measured. Business function is all about cross departments. Business processes is about the operations. Business technology is all about digital. And finally, business tech people is about roles and skill sets. For each categories, we need to understand if there's a gap between the desired state and the current state. This should identify if problems are present. Once we understand where the problems are located, we can start exploring potential solutions. This is done by analyzing the gaps and its impacts. At the end of day 1, iTransform will consolidate all inputs, provide a report, and create a custom form for day 2 activities. Day 2 is also performed individually. Why? Because it's important from an alignment perspective. The consolidated report will show an overview of all participants, anonymous of course. This will help to gain a broader perspective and see commonalities between the organization. Now it's mostly a matter of getting to a more narrow consensus by prioritizing the different solutions. At the end of day 2, iTransform will again consolidate all feedback and provide a report to finalize the process. Day 3 is done in group. Why? Because it's now time to really get active communication for co-creation purposes. The consolidated report will identify the more dominant elements to focus on. Depending on the result, it's time to get the creativity up. Prototype the chosen solution in a form of data visualization, process mapping, application tools, or other means. At the end of day 3, upload a copy of the prototypes to close the design thinking session and move to the next step. Here's a descriptive overview. The process takes no more than 6 hours to complete at its entirety. Thanks for listening. You're now ready to participate in the design thinking session. Please contact the iTransform team to get started.